Hi, welcome to Life Expressions. I'm your host, Chari Hinete Elon. It's always good to look past any struggle and see that any setback is actually a setup for a greater success. And so it's great to live inspired, not only to look for opportunities, but to make them wherever we are. I'm so glad to have again here on Life Expressions, my colleague or my former colleague from Manulife, a former unit head of Manulife, and a very good friend, Mr. Dominic Pelayo. He is a member of the board of directors of 3H Preschool, supervisor as well of 3H Preschool, a member of the board of CFAY, that stands for Canadian Filipino Association in the Yukon, Deputy Grand Knight of Knights of Columbus Council 6232, and now Managing Director of Crawlspace Band. He is making waves in Yukon, and I'm so glad to hear that and to have him back here in Life Expressions. Welcome to Life Expressions, Sir Dom. How are you?
Hello. Hello. I'm glad that I'm here.
And now, before I think I've interviewed you in my show called Life, It's Time with Shari, when we were in Bantayan, correct? In
Yeah, that's
Bantayan
true.
Island. And
Yeah, that's
now
true.
you are in Yukon and I'm in Vancouver. Still, the world is small for the two of us. We
Well,
still meet.
that's true. Especially with the technology right now, nothing is impossible.
Exactly. How are
Yeah,
you?
God is so good. So
Yes,
blessed.
God is
Yeah,
so
so
good.
blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What made you decide to move with your whole family to Yukon?
Actually, I'm really not the kind of person who is so secretive. My life is an open book. So the reason why I moved to the Yukon, far north, that was because of some reasons. Number one was uncertainty. That was because of COVID time.
Yeah.
And then I realized that I have to go somewhere
Mhm.
to start anew because, in the Philippines at that moment in time, oh well, the whole world doesn't even know what to do then. But I got a chance to call my siblings, and then when I talk to them, it seems like they have a normal life in Canada. Children are still in school. People are still roaming around. They can still go to places within the city, of course, but they can't go out, same as in the Philippines. But then it's so advantageous on the other hand that their government is quite so impressive that they did not even just leave those businessmen or businesses behind.
Yes.
So they still have the support. Well, I can't compare it in the Philippines. So I mean like it's third world country, but the point is, the perspective is, if you're in the business, you're not supposed to be helped,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
that's a big
wow.
question mark on my part.
Yeah.
And who's gonna help us? Who's gonna help me? And
Yeah.
that's one point. So the uncertainty. Another thing is, um when yeah, part of that uncertainty is when it will end, how it will go, and yeah,
Yeah.
like are we still gonna have the same old life, because there was this new normal thing, and it seems to be like from one morning to another morning you can hear some bad news, and then some like guidelines to be followed again.
Yeah.
So it's really very, I should say, I don't know if it's the right word for me to say, but I mean everybody's like experiencing the stuff. But for me, it was kind of depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need somehow to go somewhere
Yeah.
for me
And
to stand and be the man in the family, and still be the person they look up to. So for my children, that's the second thing.
yes.
I have to be strong. The third one is health, and this is the reason why, um, you can't just go to hospitals, especially in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And if you're diagnosed with COVID, and if they know that, you're gonna be in the ICU or wherever, I don't know, but you will be charged double, triple the amount.
Yeah.
And I don't think I can afford to do that. Like, I have 5 kids.
Mhm.
I can't afford. I will lose someone, and every day I've been like, there was a point that I don't want to take a look at my phone, because friends, relatives, friends of friends that I know, I mean, it's so depressing that they're no longer there. I mean, you just spoke for a day or two, and then they're no longer there. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So coming over to Canada was not really the point of, like, you know um an impression that, having, like, for greener pasture or whatever at that point in time. But surely that was the perspective I was, like, into. Like, I need to secure whatever will happen to this kind of thing. I have to secure my family.
Yes. So
And
you've
also,
been there since 2020,
yes, that's true.
and it
Yeah.
has been a good decision for you. Apparently, you have adjusted really well in the Yukon despite the cold weather there. You apparently appreciate the kind of government and the support and the community that you now live in.
Well, we've been here coming back and forth. It's like
Yes.
more than 5, 6, 7 years. Like, coming over to Whitehorse, to the Yukon, having friends, meeting the community. I mean, and then far from what I expected was the idea of, like, going somewhere. Though I'm the kind of person who's so adventurous, but nature here is so preserved. Like, it's kind of paradise to me.
Wow.
The air is clean, water is clean, and everything is. It's like I haven't been into, like, anywhere else that, you know. I mean, we have our own beautiful spots in the Philippines, but in here it's incomparable.
Yeah.
I mean, topographically, they have like, we have a different climate,
Yes.
but the idea of preservation, the natural preservation, they really have the laws and being followed. They really have that respect that, people are so aware of,
Yeah.
that we have to follow.
Yeah.
I believe we have so many laws in the Philippines, and the implementation was as well, that good. But then, I don't know, there are really, like, some that are not so into it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the kind of, comparison I'm saying. I'm not saying it's not good, because, you know I still miss the place,
Yeah.
and I still long to go back.
Mhm.
The kind of services that we have.
Yeah.
When I say services, it's like, when you say, are we in a third world country? No, we're in the first and the prime country. You know why?
Why?
They invented instant thing. In the Philippines, that was present long time ago.
Mhm.
Yeah, you don't need you don't need to do something in your phone, whatever, the command or Google or whatever, because in the Philippines everything is instant. Inday, too big. Instantly, too big. There is for you, too
You
big.
cannot, yeah, but domestic, or shall I say, a helper, a household help in Canada or even in the Yukon, is not as affordable as having one in the Philippines.
Precisely. That's what I'm saying. I'm missing the place, and there's no place like home.
Yes.
The idea of the camaraderie,
Mhm.
and like you can just go out and hang out anytime. In here, you have to have an appointment. You
Correct.
have to set something, some days, some hours, and you can just even talk the way the normal people talk. I mean, like, I, well, we're still normal here, but it's just you just you can barge in the office and say, yeah, sit down, we can have some coffee or whatever. Just tell the secretary my office is closed. I have a visitor here. No, you can't just do that.
Yes.
Like in the Philippines, it's amazingly, we can make our time.
Yeah. However,
Yeah.
there in the Yukon, you have also started to build a name for yourself. You are active in the Canadian Filipino Association in the Yukon. Tell me about that.
Miss Cherry, I really don't know if it's in the way that I am, you know, being built, or what, framed,
It's your
or
personality.
destiny. But some will say like, you are really are into it. It's because of your charisma.
Yes.
So whatever it may be, I don't understand. If I may say, I still go in the idea in our previous, interview talked
Yeah. Yeah.
that I am just happy to share what I have.
Mhm.
So if I have something, and not in the form of money because I don't have any, I mean service, then I
Yeah.
have a big heart for that. I have a big hand for that. I know where I can work well, where I can contribute well.
Mhm.
So that's what I am always into.
Yes. You have a
And
preschool
not
there.
really
Yeah.
making a name, hey. I mean, like, there's 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 a connotation if you're like say you're making a name. It's not really my thing to really get involved. It's just that people are actually like, calling, and then there is really somehow something
Mhm.
that even I myself been asking, do I really need to go as far as joining?
Yeah.
But then people really are asking. I mean, who am I to say no? I mean, like, if there is
Exactly.
something that I can share,
Yeah.
and in a form of service, why not? I mean,
Yes.
that COVID lesson is somewhat like, a realization that why are you not gonna get out of that shell and be present to others? Why
Yeah.
are you not, I mean, we don't know when will be our day to come, and then
True.
all of the days to follow will just be memories.
Exactly.
Well, we can do somehow more of us while
Yeah.
we still are alive. So
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I appreciate that statement, Sir Dominic, that yes, why don't we do something good? Why don't we share? Why don't we serve while we are still here? And wherever you are, you can do that. The place where you're in does not stop you from doing the service that you can wherever you are. And that also follows because of your personality. People are drawn to you, as you have mentioned, because of your charisma. And perhaps people see the goodness in you, that you are approachable and that you are willing to help, not necessarily in terms of money, but in any way that you can share.
Well, I agree with that. I mean, totally. Well,
Yeah.
remember the reason why I jumped off with the idea of like coming over, like
Yeah.
my kids were asking how are they gonna do it in college, in the university. Well, I
Mhm.
can't answer all. Like, well, I know that we've been, like, my siblings and myself, we've been into the idea of a scholarship,
Yeah.
and we have UP, we have all of the state universities in the Philippines. But during the time, there was nothing. I mean, you can never tell, and
Yeah.
it really has the impression. I mean, as the head of the family, that what will happen next. is, are they gonna be the same, like, I mean, graduates of, I mean, for tomorrow? I mean, are they still like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Are they
And
still
the,
in?
yeah, but that uncertainty has moved you to do something good and perhaps, shall I say, better for the family. I haven't asked you earlier, what does 3H stand for? Because it's 3H preschool. So you have a school named 3H preschool.
Yeah. Um, I probably mentioned it during our first interview.
Yeah.
It's H stands for head, heart, and hands.
Oh,
Like, the school, the educators are providing the healthy head, healthy heart, and healthy hands.
yeah.
It's the holistic approach,
Mhm.
in education that we're trying to promote,
Yes.
like the quality service and the quality, education.
Yeah. And you have 3H preschool in the Yukon there
Yeah.
and in the Philippines as well.
In the Philippines, we have a complete school. We have
Mhm.
preschool, elementary, and high school,
Yeah.
both in junior high school and senior high school.
Mhm.
So it's one whole level. I mean, unlike here, we only have preschool.
Yes. And
Only
so,
preschool.
yeah, just the preschool. And
Yeah.
do you have many branches in the Yukon, or do you plan to expand?
I really don't think I call it branches,
Mhm.
but yeah, in a way it is, because their policy is
Mhm.
far different from ours.
Yeah.
So we have three preschools in within the city.
Okay.
So yeah, kind of called branches,
Yeah.
but
So locations, you have three different
three
locations.
locations,
Yeah.
because in the three locations we have three different permits.
Okay.
So you still have to have your accreditation for the first one, the second one, the third one,
Mhm.
even if it's within the same city.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's it.
Yes. So are you involved in the day-to-day operations of the 3H preschool? What are you busy with nowadays?
Yeah. Aside from being one of the directors, I am really engaged in the idea of supervising. I am the supervisor
Mhm.
in the three sites, in the three locations, and was even, like, by my siblings tasked to be the curriculum, you know.
Head.
Yeah,
You're
something
too
like
humble to
that.
say.
Well,
Okay. But
well,
yes. But Sir
well,
Dominic, you have, I'm
yeah.
sorry, go. Okay. You have mentioned a while ago that your kids ask you about their education. Now they're all there and they are busy with school. They all go to school, correct?
Yeah, they all are in school.
Yes. And
Yeah.
one is already in college. Tell me about it.
Two is about to enter the university.
Mhm.
Um, my eldest and my second child.
Mhm.
It's John and Phoebe. And then Mark is still in high school. Julius is about to graduate.
Mhm.
He's in his grade 7, and
Mhm.
my youngest is in grade 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's it. So, what keeps me busy at the moment is sending them to school, getting them from school. No, there is a school bus. There is a school
Yes.
bus.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
have a school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now that
So
you are kind of settled, and even if you said that you wanted to go home perhaps for a vacation, but do you say that you are going to settle there in the Yukon?
um, it depends on how you define settled.
Okay.
because my family is here already. I should say I'm settled.
Yeah.
I am not thinking of something else anymore. Like, do I need to put something and prepare for like a package for my kids back home? Do I need to think of someone is still in the university? I have to send money for them, and I have to do this and that. So, mind settling is one thing. My heart is one with my mind. They're here, and we're all here. So I am settled in that perspective. Um, Settled in a way that I have like a job,
Yes.
and I can put food for our table for the kids and our needs. Yes, I am settled.
Yeah.
But on the other side of it, I have to start. Say I mean, there's so much I have. I
Yeah.
mean,
Start
you
what?
know, coming, yeah, it's from zero. It's from
Yes.
zero, from nothing. Good
Correct.
enough. I have siblings here,
Yeah.
so I you know it. I can't just buy a house right away.
Mhm. Yeah.
Good enough. My sister.
Mhm.
Um, the old house was bought by my other sister, and we got to buy another one.
Yeah.
So I'm living with my sister who doesn't have any kids, and
Mhm.
she just got married. Good
Yeah.
enough. I mean,
Yeah.
they're when we bought this, they're not married yet. So
Mhm.
I mean, good enough. I have support like that,
Yes. Yeah.
but I have to get a car.
Yeah.
I have I have to do something else. So
Yes.
it's kind of tricky when I say everything is being settled, but I have to start new.
Yeah.
But on the perspective of like settling with the idea of like my heart and my hand, my mind to the idea of going forward
Yeah.
with my family, we are all settled. I mean,
That's
food at
right.
the table is not a problem, but it's like, do I have to build this, I have to do this, I have to do that, because in Canada it's different.
Yeah.
It's different. I mean, like, how am I gonna say it? I do I really need to have a business? It's a question.
Mhm.
I mean, do I have to do this to have extra, or do I have to do this for me to be able to tell myself that I am settled in what way? Because
Yeah.
I mean, all I have, I mean, is but contentment. All I
That's
have is but the idea of a blessing, of a blessed life. I mean, way back in the Philippines. I mean, during COVID times. I mean, like, everything is so down. Like, schools, businesses.
Yeah.
So what can I ask for? I mean, what am I saying? Am I settled? I still have debts in
Yeah.
the Philippines.
Mm.
A big one, a business thing kind of debt,
Yeah.
But then, but then, saying at that perspective, do I really need to work hard to build a house? Do I
Yeah.
really need to work hard to purchase something and to do whatever? It's different,
Yeah.
you know. It's a business perspective that what struck me in
Mhm.
a way that I feel so much, but that's not the thing. Perhaps if we're going to look at the scenario of me being asked about the idea of being settled.
Yeah. Perhaps it's because opportunities abound in Canada. That is
Well,
why you have
that's
so many
that's one
questions to
thing.
answer. Yeah.
That's one thing. That's one thing.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. I even told myself, if only I did make a decision way back.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I cannot
You could have
say, but
been something, but however,
but it could have been
it's never
something.
too
But
late to start
I can
again.
also say, right? I
Yes.
mean, but like, my goodness, like, but I still have the strength, the thing to do whatever? I don't know, but still, I'm happy.
Oh, that's
I'm happy
wonderful.
to do. I mean, like, you
What
know,
What's great is that you've mentioned there's contentment. Your mind and your heart agree that you are contented and that you are living a blessed life with your family because you're all together there in the Yukon. I have heard that your children are now performing in a band called Crawlspace, and you are their managing director. Tell me about this.
oh my goodness, I just made it. Just to make it sound more, classy. They should have
Wow.
a managing director. But as a father, and way back when I actually like provided the idea of like giving it to them, like, you know what, I have to tell them that long before I don't have instruments, I can't even buy one.
Mhm.
What your time, you are asked to do this and that, but with all the support. I didn't ask you to play any guitar without buying you one. I didn't ask you to play piano without you having to borrow a piano. You have your own thing to do, but it took me a while.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy
Mhm.
that as they go along,
Yes.
they're into it. You
Okay.
know why?
Why?
Because that's our way of bonding together.
Wow. Yeah,
We
because you
sing
sing so
together.
well as well, right?
Yeah,
You're a great
yeah, I can.
singer. Yeah,
Oh, nah,
of
those
course.
days are gone. Those
I don't
days
think
are
so.
gone. Like,
They'll never be gone.
oh my
Okay.
goodness.
So,
But
Sir Dominic, I think it's about time for you to introduce me to your kids, to the band,
all
Crawl
right,
Space Band.
of
Okay.
course.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay. I'll wait for
How
you.
would you like me to tell you that being
Yes.
the managing director, I can bring them to church.
Okay. Yeah.
So they always give service to church,
Yeah.
at Sacred Heart,
Mhm.
and at Our Lady of Victory. So that's one thing to keep us going,
Yes.
and not me always talking, but they can hear somehow beautiful, uplifting words and
Yes.
guidance from the Holy Spirit when they go hear Mass. So I have to go and pick them
Yes.
up.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Go. Okay. Go. Okay. Okay. Sir Dominic, please introduce me to the band.
Hello, guys. Welcome back. Miss Cherry, thank you so much for having this opportunity. And once again, a very proud dad, a stage dad, who's actually making his name by tagging himself as the managing director of Crawlspace. Guys, welcome Crawlspace. Here's Phoebe to introduce the band members.
Hello everyone, my name is Phoebe. I'm the vocalist of the crew, and our bassist is the eldest, John, and with the guitarist, Mark, and our youngest, Julius, the drummer, and we're Crawlspace.
Go ahead. What are you gonna sing for us?
We're going to be singing Same Ground by Kichina Doll.
Thank you, Phoebe. And Crawlspace. is Crawlspace, and I'm so amazed you have a wonderful band, especially they're all your children, Sir Dominic. So congratulations, you have every reason to be proud of Crawlspace.
Well, thank you so much. I mean, it pays off. I mean, like, my goodness, was it really the plan? I don't think so. I mean, I thank God for the gift of talent.
Yeah.
Who am I to say? I mean, they were just leading them to that. But
Yeah.
anyway, I thank you for the opportunity that you are actually able to make that thing happen. And before anything else,
Yes.
I would like to introduce my sister. She's actually the reason why we're here.
Yeah.
Vida, the managing
Hello.
director of 3H Preschool Canada.
Hi, Vida. Pleased
Hello.
to meet you.
Hello, Miss Cherry.
Oh,
Cherry.
just call me
Cherry.
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 Wow, wow. You are
Good
the
to meet you too.
yeah, you're the managing director of 3H Preschool, and you're the reason behind Sir Dom and his whole family are there in the Yukon and, well, living a blessed life.
Yeah. I'm just the instrument. I'm actually not the reason. He's the reason why everyone's here now, up
Wow.
above there. So all thanks to God for all of the blessings
Amen.
and the graces. So yeah, so opportunity knocked, and then we just
Grab it.
grabbed it.
That's wonderful. And I think I just heard from Sir Dominic that you recently got married. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
Is the
Yeah.
lucky guy Pinoy or Canadian or
Yeah, he
Pinoy.
is
oh
100%.
wow. Oh, that's
Pinoy.
wonderful. That's wonderful. So I'm glad that we have met via Zoom, Miss Vida, and I'm looking forward to seeing you when I get to visit the Yukon. But my question is, what's next for you? I'll ask Miss Vida first.
Next for me.
Yeah.
So aside from the business and the family being here, so next the priority was the love life, which was granted. It was prayed for so long, and the next it'll be like more 3H preschool. We will also diversify. We'll have more businesses to come with God's guidance, of course. And yeah, so yeah, and I think this is with my brother here, his my full support system. So yeah, I'm totally depending on him and our other sisters. Yeah, so that will be a plan
Yeah.
that
And
we will sit down and gather together.
the best is yet to come for you and the rest of
Yes.
the family.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sir Dominic, what's your prayer?
Yeah. Can I just say my prayer is just to linger with you? Just to
Yes,
linger with you,
exactly.
with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, my prayer is for the two of us to be healed um fully. So, and the rest of the family who are actually suffering from letter C,
Yeah.
and those who are suffering from letter C.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy that I'm here in Canada because healthcare system is so wonderful.
Yeah.
So I just pray that I'll be given more quality time and life to serve my family and my community and my purpose.
Yes.
So what else can I ask for? I mean, I pray that I will be as always a grateful as I live, and then probably perish in this world. Be always grateful with him, and always like be there for the people who need, even if um there is, you know, we can find ways. I mean, problems left and right. But why am I gonna focus on problems, right? When you say, what is my prayer?
Yeah.
Always we think of our problem to pray for. That's
Yeah.
why I'm saying I should be thankful always. And that the problem, I will not be overthinking of them.
Yeah.
Because sometimes there was this time that when we talked, I told you like, am I crazy? Because why am I so affected with what is happening in the world? What is happening and everywhere? But then somebody told me like, it's but normal. You are into the same realm that you
Yeah.
can feel what others are feeling. So I just would love to pray and lift it up to Him and let
Yeah.
God.
Wonderful.
The war, the overthinking of what will happen in the future, what will be the the successes of my kids or
Yeah.
whatever their life may be, what life may bring us here, and
Yeah.
then the plans will it be successful. So I will just leave it up to Him.
Yeah.
It's all His,
That's
and
wonderful.
just always put our feet on the ground and be reminded that we have to clasp our hands
Yeah.
and bend our
Yeah.
knees
Yeah.
and point it to Him always.
Oh,
That's my prayer to be happy and giving happy and to be the solution and to be the source of happiness to other people.
yeah.
And I hope I'm bearing that kind of happiness too.
Oh,
The
that's wonderful.
peace, the love,
Yes.
the
Unbended.
love,
Yeah. The sibling love. Yes. On
right?
bended knees with clasped hands, pointing to Him, you can always let go and let God. This has been a wonderful episode. It's great catching up with you, Sir Dominic, and of course, listening to your children, the Crawlspace band, and meeting your wonderful sister, Vida, and of course, off camera, I've also said hi to your beautiful wife, Veronica. So life is good, but the best is yet to come
It's
for you
yet to
today,
come.
to the family. Right?
Amen.
Yes. Okay. Wonderful. So thank you once again. And for those who would like to give me suggestions on whom to interview and what topic to discuss on the life expressions, feel free to comment on the link below. And you can also follow me on YouTube, Spotify, and all the other podcasts available on your apps. I'm Charity Elon, your host for Life Expressions. My guest is Mr. Dominic Pelayo, and with him is his sister, Vida. Thank you so much. Till next time, here on Life Expressions.
Thank you.
Thank you.